New York and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Ebro in the morning, Laura Styles, Rosenberg, give it up. Yo Gotti in the building, give it up. Yes, sir, new album out.
Yes, sir.
Now, a big headline right here. I did not know this, that you brought back your masters. You own your music.
Yeah, we own that.
Everything that you've ever put out.
Everything on my last deal. You know what I'm saying? Before that, I was,
independent.
Anyway, so.
Now, is this something that being a part of Rock Nation and H.O.E helped you navigate, or is this something you was already working on?
It was something I was working on, but H.O.E and Dez and the Rock team most definitely helped me understand the process of buying it better. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a big process. We talking about a year of, it probably took a little bit over a year.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So, when you get to valuations, I had never done that before, a valuation. You have to do different valuations to see what it's worth, in the climate and, just different, how they do the multiples on different things. And because it's a big asset, you know what I'm saying? So they most definitely helped me put me with the right people. They helped me get the right valuations and stuff like that.
This is something that, in the current climate with, discussions of Jay-Z and his relationship with the NFL, and people having, whether understanding it, disliking it, no matter how you feel about it. I think what you're talking about as an artist, a lot of artists Jay-Z has been helping through the Rock Nation team, whether it's ownership of music. Didn't he help Wayne with some legal fees too? He's helped working with you in the jails down in Parchman prison
in
Mississippi, helping you guys got lawyers on deck, helping those prisoners in that prison.
Exactly.
A lot of people, the NFL noise makes the most noise, but how many young artists do you know that Jay-Z and Rock Nation help navigate in their business?
Man, a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? I think on the record and off the record. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, a lot of people. I think he helped. You know what I mean? I know me personally, he gave me a lot of advice. You know what I mean? He open book, give me his opinion on anything I ask him about and assistance on anything I need assistance with.
Yeah, I don't, having an elder, experienced, I guess, statesman in business and in hip-hop is something that hip-hop never had before.
Yeah.
Right? Like a generation before this, they didn't have anybody.
Who would you lean on? There was no one to lean on.
I mean,
I guess maybe Russell at a time.
I mean, somebody too there who hadn't done it and lived it, because that's the difference, right? Mm-hmm. So even if when I look at some of the younger artists who even rap with me for advice, some of the street guys, like when they trying to escape certain things, like they talk to me because they know like you actually lived it, so they may. It's like you talk to your parents sometimes and like you don't listen. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But if somebody actually went through something and experienced it, you may take their advice a little more serious or whatever. So even for me, like I knew I wanted to own my master's, period. I already knew that. But I still wanted to just confirm the situation with Jay. So I went over his house and asked his opinion. Like, look, this is the situation. You know what I mean? They trying to give me a whole lot of money. Because the way my situation was, either I had to buy them out or they had to buy me out. You know what I'm saying? So I could have just took the money, which was a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just threw that out to Jay, like, yo, they talking about giving me this or that, or I can put up the money myself and buy it back. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, what we talking about? Like, yo, got it. Like, if you got the paper, why wouldn't you buy it back? So, that was the advice from H.O.E. So.
And it's also believing in yourself, right? And your own business abilities.
Yeah, and it's assets at the end of the day. It's really like real estate and all that, too.
But it still has to be like on a human level when you're saying a big bag to get it back versus receiving a big bag.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
That still has to be when you sign that line to be like, all right, that still has to be sort of hard to fork that money over to get yourself back.
I felt good getting on the paper.
It didn't scare you at all? Because I would just be scared. I would just be like, am I going to make all this back? Because you're investing in yourself. That over time, that catalog is going to pay you back.
Yeah, but it's I'm already into certain businesses like that too, as ownership of assets because of, I do different type of businesses. So this is kind of similar. Actually, produce more income than actually real estate do. So at a higher rate, faster rate, and it's a growing market too. I mean, we see what the stream's doing. They're projecting it to only go up the next 3 to 5 years. So
It's interesting. So as an artist, do you feel like early on in the stream game, it seemed like people were down on it. Artists aren't as making much money as they used to with physical copies. And now it seems like it's sort of turning a little bit, and the money's actually seeming to get better for artists. Is that how you feel?
I don't know. I mean, from what I understand, they still not paying artists, right? From what I understand, that the rate's supposed to be higher, and it's probably going to get higher. It's just a process. But I just think it's new. I think it's new, and everybody's still trying to just figure out, like, what the right number's supposed to be.
Well, it's better money than it was 4 or 5 years ago.
So how is it negotiated per artist? It just depends on how your deal works and what your label negotiates with streaming services?
I think the streaming services pay a certain rate, right? Each service pays it to the label or the publisher or whatever. Then after that money goes out, then it goes into where your deal is with whatever label you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Right, but people want the streaming services to pay a bigger percentage to artists.
I mean,
and over time they will.
Overall, they're just saying that the artists should be getting a higher rate from streaming, period.
Right.
And they should.
That makes sense, yeah.
But to Ebro's point, 5 years ago, when it first started and all the physical was gone and the streaming was new, artists felt like they were getting pennies. Now stream numbers are so high in general, it's so flooded that at least the money coming in, even though it's too low, it's real money.
It's better than it was.
Way better than it was.
Yeah.
But for you was selling independent CDs, so you was seeing you lived through a different time where you was making probably a lot more money independent too, though.
I don't know if I sell a lot more. I mean, we've been making money for a long time, just whether it was CDs or streaming or whatever. I just think the game changes or how you make the money. You have to just be on top of the business and on top of understand how it's coming in to make sure you getting what you're supposed to be getting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's different. It's all different.
Setting up your artists like Yo Gotti, Moneybagg Yo, and other artists on your label over the last few years. I'm to understand that's why we haven't gotten new music for you in a little while.
Yeah, I took a break to really build a company. You know what I'm saying? To focus on building other artists plus I had a few personal things going on too along the way that I was dealing with, but for the most part, I was really focused on them.
Your single H.O.E, Heaven on Earth.
Yeah.
The acronym Heaven on Earth. My favorite thing is, obviously when I heard it, just you sampling Houdini was, a lot of people don't know what that song, I'm old enough to know what that song meant and how many people, the rhyme styles and the music on that original record, how important that beat was at the time. You know what I mean? And for you to come full circle, use it. And then the same precedent that Houdini was a dude talking about, look, I'm a hoe. I'm a hoe. And not even calling women a hoe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a clever way to flip the record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to call women, hoes, so I call myself a hoe, actually. But, I make sure the first line in the chorus was like, look, for the dudes, don't think you can call me that because they come with the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's clarify that off the top. You know what I'm saying?
But why Houdini? Why was this a record you wanted to mess with?
I mean, it was just I always thought the beat was crazy. So, when they flipped the beat, I was like, yo, that's it. I can hear it in the club before we put any record, any words on it. I could already hear the energy of the beat itself just go crazy.
Now, also on this new album, you talk a lot about disrespect and people, either not giving you your respect or feeling like because you've showed love, taking advantage of that. Did you feel like you needed to establish that on this album? There's a couple of songs where you was like, look, I took care of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that come with the game, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they're just ungratefulness and disloyalty more so than maybe disrespect. You know what I'm saying? And me and my homies always be chopping it. And we say it's crazy. We live in a world where, man, like, you can almost count on your dog than you can count on a human, than your homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a better chances of your homie crossing, a human being crossing you than your animal, your pet. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess it's just human nature that, like, no matter how real you be with certain people or what you do for people, they just, motherfuckers just ain't 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing you can do to control that.
let's. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Laura.
You were one of the main names that was pushing for attention for the humanitarian crisis in Mississippi State Prison.
Yeah.
Right. Well, where are you at now? Because I know you got Rock Nation involved, and you were trying to get lawyers involved to help bring awareness and some kind of change. Where is that? Where do you stand right now with all that?
Yeah, well, from the gate, it was me and Rock Nation together pushing for it from out the gate.
Okay.
I mean, right now we got our lawyers and representatives. The judge actually just granted them like access to the prison to go in and interview some of the inmates and to look at the conditions and judge for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's a cool step, but it's still a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? The process because so many people done died in there, and they doing stuff like. They just brought in trucks, right? These trucks, because they want to jam the prisoners from sending pictures and videos from inside of the jail.
Because that's how it got known, right?
Yeah,
because
so
of
they
the
trying to
videos.
stop this. So they just sent in these trucks that's like they phone jammers, right? But they still ain't sent in trucks to like fix the electricity or fix the water or with metals. You know what I'm saying?
They would rather
so they
keep
trying
people
to
from
I feel
telling
like
the truth
yeah,
than
they
actually
trying to
fixing
stop the pictures, but you ain't fixing the problem
Right.
quick enough. You know what I'm saying? So that's still a moving
Crazy.
situation for us like every day.
Well, and so this is just a fight that I mean, luckily, Rock Nation, yourself, y'all got money enough and lawyers on staff to deal with this.
Yeah.
But a regular, a lot of times, I have a family member who's in federal time, and he's 70 and going through some health problems, and our family can't get access to the doctors to get him appointments.
Yeah.
Right? Like you could go visit them, but the doctors ain't calling you back when you have a family member suffering behind bars sometimes. And so so you imagine getting a phone call from a loved one like, yo, I'm in here suffering, and there's nothing you can do. You can wait on hold. You can send an email.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, and it's one prisoner just passed. Actually, they said it was for a suicide, but we really heard that it was from starvation. So you don't really know because they're in the inside, and they just they're gonna make it, pretty much cover it up to the best of their ability to not look crazy. But so it's just it's a bad situation really what's happening down there. In Mississippi.
I guess the legal representation. Are you guys? How do updates go? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that something that you're actively updating the media?
Yeah, we get updated daily.
Okay.
We get updated daily by the team, the whole, or the whole team that we put together with Rock Nation. We get updated like on a daily basis, basically.
What about this election coming up? You paying attention at all? You interested at all in what the Democrats are doing?
I mean, I'm waiting to get down to the to who running.
You don't have someone that you're married to at this point. You're waiting to see.
Not right now.
Because I'm looking, Tennessee's
Cardi B.
Cardi B. No, I'd support Cardi.
Cardi B running for president.
Tennessee's an interesting state, Ebro. I was just looking this up to see where they've gone, president-wise, and yeah, it's a weird state, because like for so long I think about Al Gore being like the senator from Tennessee, and you think of like Democrats have been successful in Tennessee before, but I don't think anyone at this point expects it to not be a Donald Trump state.
A red state.
Yeah, a red state in this coming election. But
wasn't Taylor Swift was trying to push for some change out there too, right?
Yeah. I know Taylor Swift, that was more local stuff that she was focused on.
Yeah.
It was one of the House elections a couple years ago that she was into. Taylor Swift, known fan of Gotti, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Straight up.
Yeah, I think Taylor Swift.
I didn't know Taylor Swift was a Yo Gotti fan.
I mean, neither.
No, come on, man. Everyone knows.
I
Really?
didn't know that.
If you're from the state,
She from Nashville, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's right up the street from us.
If you're from the state
I
of
might have
Tennessee,
pull up on Taylor Swift then.
Yeah.
you guys should collab. You guys should collab on.
I just want to pull up on her, period.
Wait a minute. You got your eyes on Taylor Swift now.
I'm just-
Look, I heard the song.
I'm just pulling up.
It says anytime that you've double tapped on a photo, you know what I'm saying? Odds are.
Oh, I'm about to follow Taylor Swift.
Taylor, watch out. Yo Gotti.
Hold up, man. Put me on Taylor Swift page.
Yo, honestly,
see what's going
I think at the
on.
very least you should just drop a little comment in on one of the pictures.
Man, you know I shoot now without thinking.
See? You see? Here we
You know
go.
how- you know how I do.
I just know she was a hip hop fan growing up as
Yes.
well. I know
Come
that.
on, bro. There she go.
Here we go.
Follow? Yep, that's official. Yo Gotti is followed.
Heaven on Earth remix, H.O.E. remix featuring Taylor Swift coming soon.
That's a moment.
Yo, get that new album from Yo Gotti, Untrapped, man. And also the 8th annual Yo Gotti and Friends birthday bash, June 19th, FedEx Forum going on in Memphis.
Yeah, that's gonna be big every year.
Have you announced the lineup yet or no?
No, we never announced the lineup.
Oh, it's just an and you just go with and friends and people show up.
We only announce me and you know, and tell them that. I mean, they know by now that we're gonna have special guests, so we never really announce anybody.
I mean, when you look at the features on the album, Uzi, Megan, A Boogie, Ty, $, Rick Ross, Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster, Lil Baby. It's a lot of options for the concert.
I got a lot of friends.
You got a lot of friends. Yeah, you've been in this game a long time.
Yeah, I can make a lot of calls.
Before we let you up out of here, I don't know if the audience knows, but you know, Yo Gotti doing a lot of work in Memphis. They gave you a key to the city, right?
Yeah,
Yo Gotti Day.
A day.
They have not
I'm still
allowed
trying
you
to use the key though.
The key don't work on any door.
I'm still trying to see
it doesn't
what
work.
they work on.
It doesn't work on doors.
I was hoping they work at the bank or something.
I'm here, guys. I know we know what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I can use it on.
Yo, are you still actively trying to, you know, buy back your neighborhood that you grew up in on a real estate level?
Yeah. So, you know, if I was telling you that at one point it was in foreclosure, and my homies over there, Rock Nation, gave me that information that it was in foreclosure, so we was gonna try to buy it.
And what's the name of the complex again?
Ridgecrest Apartment.
Ridgecrest.
Yeah.
And that's still you still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, if I get the opportunity, it's just like the Masters. It's one of the things that's like on my list.
Right.
If I ever get the opportunity to own it, I'm buying it.
Buying it up, fix it up, buy it up, do all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Then we're gonna figure out what to do with
Now, Gotti, I have to ask you this: 3 cell phones.
Yeah.
Well, what now? It goes down in the DM. The question is, on which phone does the DM even exist? You have 3 different phones. What does each phone do here?
That's like my offices. There's a lot. There's a lot of different businesses on there. You know what I mean?
So different people get different lines.
Yeah.
And then it is now. What about the one old phone you have?
It's my favorite phone.
He has the one old
This is my favorite phone out of all of them, though.
Why? Why do you like that?
Which
old
iPhone is that?
Oh shit! It's probably
5?
about a 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah, it's old, Ebro. It's small.
Wait, let me see the charger on the bottom.
Yeah, this one of the first joints. Hey, that joint still.
Oh no, it got the new charger. It got the new charger.
So
it's not
the
old.
newest. It's the oldest new one.
It's the old.
It still costs top dollar now.
It's still it does.
Yeah, when I break it and get a new one, I still have to pay like $600 for
Well,
that.
that's because they don't even make it anymore. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
why
paying top dollar because they don't even make the part.
why do you like the old one so much?
I mean, I feel like it can fit in your pocket, your hand, easy.
These
this
are
shit
big.
almost like iPads or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I just feel like this joint.
I was just very entertained. I see 2 phones a lot. You rarely see the third. Rarely.
Yeah.
Well, and then you see he's got 2 11s and then just 5.
Yeah, that's my joint.
It's a family. It looks like he has 2 parent iPhones and the baby one.
Yo, Gotti, man, get that Untrapped, man. Let's run that record H.O.E. With the Houdini sample. It's good to see you, brother.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. Again, it's another album out, Untrapped. Make sure y'all go check it out. CMG, we in the building. Shout out to my little dog, Migo, just walked in here, too.
How you doing, sir?
New artist we working with from Memphis. I think 42 Doug got her somewhere, too. So
Okay, so
shout
you
out
got
to
the team with
in
you
the
learning
building.
the ropes.
Yeah, moving around with me.
How long are they in training like this?
Well, they already in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, one thing about me, I only rock with hustlers. So, you know, I don't have time to, like, you know, I don't have time to, like, hold your hand, like, from that stage. So you have to already be, like, moving within your own, wherever you from and whatever your vicinity is, you have to already be moving. So these young bosses, you see, like, this man got on more jewelry than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he been like that. You know what I mean? Like, when I seen them, I'm like, who is this little dude pulling up in the vet with all this paper? You know what I mean? They got the streets talking like that. So, that's them the type of artists I like to link up with. They already got a wave. We just come pour gas on top of that. We don't correct the fire. We just pour gas on it.
Show them the ropes. Show them the business
give them
part.
information. Try to navigate them from making mistakes I already made. You know, maybe we can speed the process up for them. So it's all partnerships.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Gotti, man, go get Untrapped,
Thank you,
man.
bro.
Thank you for your time today, man.
For sure.
Congratulations too on everything, man. Yeah.